All right, so today we did some work in Homestyler. When you make your designs, what you cannot do, right, is draw your front porch on your house. So I kind of drew a little diagram on here to show you. It's really difficult in order to do that. You have to create it and model it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to eliminate that from our drawing, which it will be okay because we're going to be working on the inside of the house for what we are doing anyway. So if this was my porch from my exterior measurements, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back through. I'm just going to kind of draw the way that my porch looks, right? So my porch looks like this, okay? Now let's say that my porch is 6 feet long, okay? So if my porch was, say, 6 feet, just throwing a number out there. Okay, so now what would I have to do is actually take 6 feet off of my measurements, right? You have to do this so that way all of your inside measurements make up. So what I would do is I would shorten this wall by 6 feet, right? So that 45 would really become 39 feet. And then this wall, right, now it's going to be the actual front of my house. So I'm going to slide this up. Some point in time, there we go. So I slide that up. And so now what happens is that's gone, that's gone, that's gone, right? And so if I made that 6 feet shorter, this wall has to be drawn out 6 foot longer, okay? So what you have to do is you have to factor in the measurements for your porch. And basically now what we have is we have a floor plan that doesn't include our porch. We're not drawing the back patio, the back deck, right? All we're worrying about are the inside measurements of the house. Okay, so the first thing you have to do is go to Homestyler. And once you log in, okay, what you want to do is go up here, right? And you want to click on My Designs. Okay, and when you click on My Designs, now this website does take a couple minutes to load. All right, if your old drawing is there, it's okay. A lot of those disappeared, which is okay. There's a reason for that, so don't worry about it. Right? Since we didn't draw anything, what you're going to do next is click on New Design. Now, this is going to take a couple minutes or a minute to pop up. And what I'm going to go over real quick is how to actually draw your floor plan. Right? So you're going to be referring back to the measurements that you took in order to do this. Okay? If you get a screen like this, don't worry about it. Just go ahead and close out of that screen. Now, the first thing you want to do, you can see where I'm clicking down here. We want to go ahead and zoom out. All right, and I'll show you why in just a second. Okay, so when we actually start drawing now, that gives us room to see our entire view. So everything that you draw is going to be by edge. So you're going to click on by edge, right? And you're going to pick a spot, and you're just going to use a left click. And then you're going to draw your line, however long it is. All right. So just if your house, let's say that it's 32 feet and you can't quite get to 32, as long as you get to something very close, we'll be able to fix that. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of draw my plan out right here. So everywhere you get to a dimension, right, you're just going to left click, right? So same thing, okay? So I want 12 feet. So I'm going to click, and then I'm going to come over, and I'm going to click again, and then I'm going to come all the way back here. I'm going to click one more time, and then I'm going to draw it all the way over to this wall. Okay, once you have finished drawing lines, you basically have to reset your screen. And the way you do that is by right-clicking anywhere in those boxes. So after you draw your exterior, simply right-click. And now you have your cursor back. All right? So now what we can do is if we zoom back in on this, you can see how your measurements will now appear. Okay? So if this was really supposed to be 30 feet, what I can do is click on this wall segment down here, and you can see how I scoot this, my measurements change. Now, boom, 30 feet. all right? And if this was supposed to be 40 feet, now I can click on this wall, and you can see how my measurements are changing there on that 3911. It's a little bit tedious, 40 feet. If you're off by an inch or two, it's going to be okay, all right? So that's how you actually draw your exterior. Now for your interior rooms, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to click on My Edge, all right? Now look, it's really easy to do this. You don't have to have the exact measurements, okay? So let's say I had a bedroom here in the top left-hand corner, right? I'm just going to click on my lines, all right? Let's say that it's 13 feet, all right? And I'm just going to draw this over to my wall. And then once again, to reset my cursor, I'm just going to right-click on the screen. And now I have my cursor back. So what if my wall really isn't 15.4 on the inside? What if it was 13, right? So all you do now is click on this wall segment, and now what I can do is I can scoot that to the right measurements. If you do every wall that way, by actually drawing like a square or the shape of it, and then you can come back and readjust your lines, okay? Once you have it moved, right? When you click anywhere inside that room, just a simple left click, all right? You can see over here on the right-hand side, it says room tag. All I'm going to then do is change that. I said this was a bedroom, so I'm just going to change it to bedroom, okay? So today, all you're doing is you are drawing your inside walls and your exterior wall. You're not doing any doors. You're not doing any windows. I'm going to show you how to do that tomorrow. So once this is drawn, what you want to do is you want to come back up here and click Save. And the only thing that you have to do is enter a project name. You can see when you click Save that wheel that spins. You can simply put your initials and then house plan, all right? And then keep it as private, and then just click Save. Right? Once you click Save, right, it's going to take a minute. And then what will happen is you can see up here in the top left-hand corner to where it now has the name on my project, right? It's really important to make sure you save as you go along, okay? Tomorrow, after we do the doors and the windows, I'm going to show you how a real easy way to share that with me so I can access your drawing and give you credit for it. All right. If you have any questions, go ahead and email me. All right. Save. And then you can simply exit out of the program when you're done and you'll be in good shape. All right. If you have any questions, email me. And like I said, I'll do my very best to get back to you.